Hello, it's me again. So today I want to talk about managing anxiety and depression because that is also very common to have with NLD, and that's something that I also have. I'm bipolar and have anxiety and other disorders as well. But I want to focus on those two because those are very um, comorbid with NLD, I should say. So I want to give some tips on how to manage anxiety and depression, and I hope you guys get something out of this video because I've been there, done that, still have it, and I just want to know that I'm here to help you guys as well. So, alright, here we go. So tips for managing anxiety. Sometimes life always goes by like so quickly, like just everything rushes. No one really takes time for themselves to really step back and just kind of relax a bit. So something you can do is maybe take some time out, you know what I mean, by either listening to music on your MP3 or iPods, maybe do yoga, meditate, go get a massage if you're older, either one. Um, Also, another one is to eat balanced meals. Don't skip meals. Your body needs the energy to get through the day, especially if you're dealing with anxiety and depression. If you go to school and you're hungry, you're not going to learn the best that you normally could if you didn't have a full stomach. Or if you go to work, if you have a job, you're not going to be at your best if you feel deprived from food. Um, Limit caffeine. This is actually, caffeine can actually aggravate anxiety and depression and can also trigger panic attacks, which you wouldn't want because you want to try to be so smooth sailing as you can without having to worry about anything triggering anxiety more so than it already does. Um, Another one is get enough sleep. I'm a huge violator of this. I will admit it because I want to be genuine and honest with you guys. I go to bed sometimes at 2:30, but I'm a college student, and a lot of the time the work that I do requires me to stay up that late. But if you don't have to stay up that late, don't stay up that late. There's always tomorrow where you can socialize late and get off Facebook, get off the internet, or if you're younger, you don't want to fight at bedtime too much because you need that sleep. Everyone needs sleep and a good amount of sleep for them to function right. And this is what I want for you guys. I don't want you guys being more stressed when you wake up in the morning than you already are. Because anxiety and depression will give you that kind of stress, and we wouldn't want that. Um, Another one is exercise daily. I don't mean go and join the gym and go and you look to go on treadmill and do all this fanciness. But exercise can be simple as going to gym class or swimming if you have a pool or outside or indoor pool. This can also mean just anything like taking a walk in your neighborhood while listening to your MP3, taking a walk or run with a friend. Anything that gets you out of your house and off that bed can really help, and it can really make a big difference because you'll feel better, your mind will feel better, and the anxiety and depression might start to slowly go away. It doesn't necessarily go away. There's medications for it and everything as well, but just start off with your own self before you jump right into other sources of trying to help manage the anxiety and depression. But I'm not saying don't go and get help. I'm saying get help as soon as possible. But I'm saying also take it upon yourself to do things to help you feel better as well. Um, Another one is just something that seems a little silly, like counting to 10. But for those who are younger, that actually can help a lot. And even when you're older, it can help. I've done it, and I'm 19 years old. I remember the last time I did it, I was like 17 or 18. And it really did help because I was able to take a step back and be like, okay, deep breathing, and I'll count, and I'll start to feel better. But something I did was actually I counted down. I went 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because I felt like the higher I went, I actually would start getting angrier. So even one you can do. Do your best. Perfection isn't possible. Accept how far you go and how close you are to it, because it's not possible to be perfect. And that's something that I have to work on too. And I'm an adult. Sometimes I want to get to straight A's all the time, but sometimes, it just isn't possible. But you know what? That's okay. And that's something that I'm starting to learn too. And I hope you guys start to learn as well before you're 19 years old. Because it's not possible to be perfect, but it is perfectly okay to be you. And that's what matters, that you are you, no one else is like you, that you're doing your best, and that's what matters. Um, Another one is accept that you can't control everything. This is a really important one because I do this all the time where I say, oh no, I can control it, I can do this and that, when really everything can be, sometimes just things are out of our own hands. And it's frustrating. And I hear you, I understand the frustration you have by listening to me here saying this. But as much as we'd love to control everything, we can't. It's not possible. But control the things that you can, accept the things that you don't, and also I'm assuming people around you are also doing the same thing. So you're not alone in this. You're really not. Um, Another one is laugh. Laughter is needed in this life. We go through a lot of stress, especially if you have anxiety and depression. It's hard. Sometimes it can be hard to find humor in things when we feel so down and just feel like there's no hope. or that we're just really frustrated and just anxious a lot. But when you laugh, it's like the best medicine there is. It really is. There's times that I've been in the worst mood ever. I'm bipolar and I get really, really depressed. And, when I'm really down in the pits, if someone can make me laugh, all of a sudden I'm back up to here. So it really does make a big difference. So just keep that in mind. To laugh, don't be afraid to laugh. Don't be afraid to make others laugh. And a lot of the time when you're having depression, anxiety, it's hard to get out of that pit hole. You know what I mean? You're really down here. But if you can find some way to get you guys back up here, that makes a huge difference. Often the time to handle anxiety and depression is to do the opposite of what you're feeling. If you feel like staying in bed all day because you're too tired, get up and get out. Get up and get out and go for a run. It's unbelievably hard. I've had to do it myself. I still do it, but it's worth it in the end. You'll realize that it was a good decision. But it takes baby steps. I don't expect you guys to do this automatically, but it's possible. It really is. Another one would be maintaining a positive attitude. When you have anxiety and depression, we can get very frustrated, and it's hard to have a positive attitude in dark times. But if you can find it and just hold on to that one little ounce of hope, it can really take you a long way. And that's what I hope for you guys as well, who are struggling with anxiety and depression along with NLD, or anybody who has anxiety and depression even without NLD, that they take something away from this video and know that you're not alone. You're not alone. If you ever looked it up online to see how many people in the United States have anxiety and depression, you would be shocked if you think you're alone, because it's really it's a huge population, and you know that you may not feel so alone anymore. Because before, when I was diagnosed with bipolar, I was younger, so I thought I was the only one in the world who had it, but I was wrong. And I'm here to tell you guys that you guys can get better, that it is okay to feel sad, but it is also okay to try to feel better and really try to push yourself along with the support of other people, because people will be there for you. Another one is get involved in your community. Volunteering also helps me a lot. That's how I got involved. I started working a lot of jobs, but that's stressful. But if it was able to help relieve some of the stress I was feeling from the depression, absolutely, I went for it. So you can get involved in your community by either if you want to babysit, do volunteering at a local church, synagogue, anything that you guys would want to do to get involved in your community, you can do. But if that's not like you guys, if you guys are really into that, you don't have to do it. But I'm just throwing that out as an example because that's what helped me. Another one that's extremely important, guys, talk to someone. Please, I beg of you, talk to someone. It does not help if you hide anxiety and depression, because it only gets worse. It's like being a volcano. One thing starts here that makes you anxious and depressed, then another thing adds on, and then you start to erupt like a volcano, and everyone's going to be like, where's this all coming from? And then that's how it will come out that you've been feeling anxious or that you've been feeling depressed. But if you avoid that and just talk to somebody, whether it's a therapist, a best friend, a parent, guardian, any adult you trust, that can make a huge difference. Don't hold it in. Like I said, I call it the volcano effect. You'll just build up and build up, then boom, out of nowhere, you'll start erupting. And that's happened to me before. I hid it for many years that I was feeling this way, and that's eventually how people found out. But when I went boom, but my boom wasn't really so much of an anger. It was really, really painful. Something I don't want to go into right now, but it was a very painful event. I just don't want the same thing happening to you guys. So talk to somebody. I know that sometimes people might not be as into talking to people, they might not be the thing, but anything that gets it off your chest. If you're not into talking to anybody, even though I highly would recommend it, you could always write in a journal as well. You can write in a journal, anything to get it out of here, because the more things build up, the worse you're going to feel, the more anxious and depressed. But know you're not alone, and that if you have any questions, you guys can ask me, or ask anyone in your life. And just know that I'm here for you guys as well. And I hope you guys got something out of this video. I just hope that you know that you're not alone, that you never are alone, and that the people out there who will understand. So don't hesitate to use these tips to help get through the anxiety and depression. I hope this video helped. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and thanks so much for watching. Thanks.